हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण, धन्यवाद प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण, धन्यवाद प्रणाम। हरे कृष्णा, माता जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम। Are you able to hear me? Rajin Mata, are you able to hear me?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। Yes, Prabhuji, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll start with the Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutare Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So yesterday we completed chapter 17. Today we are going for chapter 18. Anybody would like to share something what you remember from yesterday's topic? Does anyone remember anything from yesterday's topic? Any thoughts?
Yeah, Prabhuji, the yesterday's topic is more over the, ignorance and passion and all those, the types of the bhaktas, and then what kind of foods we need to take, the juicy and vegetarians and all those foods kind of things too. And at the end, we decided Om Tat Sat. So our ultimate goal will be the purity, to reach to the level of purity, and what is the process to move upon. So multiple stages and so on. So those are the major parts we learn.
Anybody else want to share anything? Any point that you remember or that touched your heart? Okay, that's fine. So yesterday we discussed faith in three modes, like Sattva Guna people, what kind of worship they do, Rajoguna people, what kind of worship they do, Tamoguna people, what kind of worship they do. And then we learned about food and sacrifices and austerity and charity, all in three modes. All three activities, how they will do in different modes. And finally, if you do it for the satisfaction of Krishna, that is the ultimate. Today we are going to get the summary of whole Bhagavad Gita, and today we are going to learn what is the Tyaga and what is the Sannyasa, and also we are going to learn what is this Varnas. Four Varnas we have, how these Varnas are categorized, and how can we progress in Krishna consciousness, what we need to do, and what is the benefit of following Krishna consciousness. or what is the benefit of following this Bhagavad Gita? That is the today's learning. So Arjuna is asking a question. Sannyasa sannyasya mahabhago. Yeah, you can repeat after me. Sannyasya mahabhaho tattvam ichchami veditum
Tattvam
Tattvam
ichchami
ichchami
veditum
veditum.
Tyagasya cha hrishikesha
Tyagasya cha
Yagasya cha
rishikesha
Rishikesha.
Pratakkeshi nishudana.
Pratakkeshi
Keshi
nishudana.
Nishudana.
Oh, mighty armed one, I wish to understand the purpose of renunciation, Tyaga, and of the renunciation order of life, Sannyasa, O killer of Kesi demon, master of all senses. So Arjuna is asking question. What is the, you want to understand what is the renunciation? Renunciation is Tyaga. And what is the order of renunciation life, like sannyasa? You want to understand. He asked that question, and Krishna further answering them. Krishna is telling that kamyanam karmanam nyasam. There are two karmas. One is nitya karma, another one is kamya karma. Nitya karma means we need to do as per the scriptures. We should not escape that nitya karma. Kamya karma means the activities that we do for our sense gratification or our material desires. These two usually we perform in day-to-day life. Nitya karma for the satisfaction of Krishna as per the prescribed scriptures, and the material desires, to fulfill our desires, we do some material activities. Whoever is doing only Nitya karma, they are not doing any material sense gratificationary activities, they are considered as a sannyasa, renounced order of life. So whoever is sannyasa, they don't work for money, or they don't work for to fulfill their desire. They're completely engaged in Krishna's activities. They don't do any kamya karma. Completely they will engage all their body, mind, words, BMW, all activities completely surrender to Krishna's activities. If you do like that, then that kind of renunciation of order of life is called as sannyasa. And another kind of activity, you do nitya karma and you do kama karma, but you will not be attached to the results. You will not be attached to the results. Tyaga. So you can do either one of that. If your situation suitable, you can stop doing everything and completely serve for Krishna, or you can do tyaga. Tyaga means don't be attached to the results. If you attach to the results, then you are bound to karma. If you don't attach to the results, you perform your nitya karma, you perform your kami karma, that is called tyaga. Kyajam josha vad ityayeke. Here the same thing he's explaining. Give up all fruitive activities as a faulty because they sometimes involve violence. And few others say, no, acts of sacrifice, charity, and austerity should never be give up. So one should never give up this austerity, charity, and sacrifice. And one should not attach to the results. Why we should not give up these good activities like sacrifice, charity, and austerity? Sacrifice means you do different offerings, or different pujas, or different devotional activities. Charity means you will do different charity for sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna. and pure goodness for the pleasure of Krishna. Austerity means voluntarily accepting some discomfort for the advancement and for the mind control. Whatever you do, that is called austerity. These three things should be done. Even though whatever stage you are, whether you are in a mode of ignorance stage or mode of passion stage or mode of goodness stage, we should never give up these three things. Why? Because these activities will purify. How it will be purified? By performing chanting. When you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Chetodarpanamarjana, it will cleanse our heart. Even a early stage devotee or advanced devotee. Once you come to advanced devotee, I became a sannyasi, or I became a full-time devotee, or I became a senior Vaishnava, I do not need to chant, perform any sacrifice. No. You will be lose that purity if you do not do proper sadhana. Here they explain. So if you want to keep your house clean, you need to do two things. You need to clean every day, and you should not bring dirt from outside. So let's say I don't want to clean for a week. I will keep it like that. The cleanliness will not be maintained. Similarly, if you take a break or if you don't perform devotional activities, the sacrifice, austerity, and charity, our hearts will never purify. So we need to keep doing every time, every day. Then only we can increase our purity. Anyone can read?
If any place is to be kept clean, then it should be protected from getting dirty and should be cleaned regularly. Spiritual activity helps in removing the old dust from our mind and not allowing new dust to enter into it.
Yeah, so every day we need to clean as like we are cleaning our house. And if you perform your activities in three modes, how these will impact us? If you perform these three activities, austerity, charity, and sacrifice, slowly you give up attachment to the results. That is called tyaga, right? We discussed. And in the passion, they will not come to that level, just they will do as a prescribed work. And in the mode of goodness, people they will not have any attachment, they don't feel anything. But in the passion and ignorance people, they will feel troublesome. Suppose if I ask someone to perform chanting or doing some austerity, the mode of passion person, okay, today is auspicious day, you need to do fasting, you will feel troublesome. And if I insist more, you will feel fear. Oh, these people are making me do so much discomfort. But he will not understand that all these activities that I am doing for my purity, to clean up my bad qualities. So the mode of goodness person, he don't feel any troublesome, and he will do it as a matter of duty, nitya karma. I need to do this activity as prescribed in the scriptures. I want to continue. I don't want to be give up this activity. And also, whenever you are detached from your fruits, your results of your activities, you will free from doership. This is very important. Actually, whatever you are doing, that is not done by you. There are so many other factors. If those other factors are not there, you cannot do that activity. So those other factors are coming with the mercy of Krishna. If you do not understand that, then you will feel like that I am doing everything. I am the doer of everything. So this doership thing we will discuss further in upcoming slokas. So we should not think like that I am the doer. Suppose I'm performing, I'm giving this class, or I'm explaining this chapter summary. I'm not the doer. Just I'm in one part of this whole activity. So this computer, this Zoom, and that audience, and my Shiksha gurus, and my the whole creator Krishna, all these things are helping me to do that. Just I'm a facilitator kind of thing. I do not have any ownership. So we need to develop that attitude. If you are thinking like that, I'm doing, the problem with that I am doing, ahanta and mamata, you will get false pride, number one. And number two, if something went wrong or if something is not happened as you expected, then you will get disappointed. So we should free from doership. With the mercy of Krishna, I'm able to do this activity. It's not my credit. We need to develop that attitude. So whoever is doing this renunciation in mode of goodness, he will not feel it's troublesome, and he will not be attached to this any reward or anything. Just he will do as a matter of duty. And what will happen if you don't do these things? If you don't do these purification activities, you will take repeated birth, death again and again. If you do little good karma, you will take heavenly happiness. If you do mishram, means some good karma and some bad karma, you will take human life. Anistam, you will take hellish suffering. So, but if you are performing the devotional service, you can easily come out of the cycle of birth and death. So we need to do this purificationary process every day. This is the doership. How to give up doership mentality? Any activity, if you are doing, means there are 5 factors: place of action, doer of action, instrument of action, effort, and super soul. So if any person is cultivating a crop, some rice or wheat, he cannot do himself. Place of action, where he is doing, whether he is doing in a fertile land or in a desert land. If you do desert land, whatever efforts he put, it will not execute. And doer of action, who is doing, how intelligently he is doing. Instrument of action, suppose if you want to cultivate a piece of land, you need to have a plow, you need to have all the instruments. If you do not have proper instruments, you cannot do that. And effort, you need to put some endeavors to do that, to bring everything together and to make it happen. Even though if you have all these things, and if you do not have blessings of the super soul, Paramatma or Supreme Lord, nothing will happen. Suppose, let's say you have a very fertile land, you are very intelligent, you know all the process, how to sow the seeds and how to grow the seeds and everything, and you have very, very nice equipment, nice tractors and everything, and you put a very hard labor. But if Paramatma or Super Solar Krishna is not giving rains, what will happen? Nothing will grow. All efforts are useless. So the same example can be applicable for every action, everything in our lives. So we are not the doer. All the place of action, doer of action, instruments, efforts, and super soul. These 5 are the main factors. If you understand this one, slowly we can give up this doer mentality. And any action, there are 2 factors. motivator and constituent. Motivator means what is driving. Suppose if you want to make a gulab jamun, what is it driving? Because you want to taste it. That is the motivation. I want to taste the gulab jamun. And then rest. To do that, with that interest, you will gain the knowledge how to do that object, what is the goal you need to do, what instrument you need to do, you need to have, and what things you need to do. You will learn all these things. So we need to be this motivation should be there for doing anything. So similarly here, if you are reading Bhagavad Gita means there must be some motivation. What I need to do, what I'm going to get out of that. So you are learning all this knowledge, and you are learning how to get out of this birth, death, old age, and disease. So those factors are our motivation to practice this Bhagavad Gita. So, and all these things, knowledge, work, doer, intelligence, determination, all are controlled by three modes of material nature. We have to be very, very careful. Sometimes you will see very, very intelligent person, but he will use his intelligence for mode of ignorant activities, killing people, robbery. So all these things should be utilized in a right direction, not for the wrong direction. So we have to be very, very careful what modes are influencing while performing any action. So here they are describing all this, the intelligence in three modes. Suppose you are a Sattva-guna person and you are intelligent, you will have a clarity what is life and what is everything. In Rajoguna, with intelligence you will bewildered. In Tamoguna, you will use that intelligence in foolish activities. So in Sattva-guna, any experience, any activity that you do, in the beginning, you will feel it is difficult. You will feel it is poison. But at the end, you feel it's nectarian. Suppose if I ask you to study, or if I ask to practice Krishna consciousness, in the beginning, you will feel, oh my God, why should I need to do that? I want to go and enjoy outside. But if you practice it, if you study well, if you read well, the future will be, the ending part will be nectarian. You will be very happy. Rajoguna. In the Rajoguna, the experience is any activity if you do in Rajoguna, beginning will be nectarian and ending will be poison. It's like Rajoguna means eating too much or eating too much sweets. What will happen if you eat 100 chocolates or 50 gulab jamuns? What will happen? While eating, you will feel so happy. Oh, nicely gulab jamun going. But at the end, after a few days, if you go to doctor, he will tell that a lot of sugar in your body, you are a diabetic patient, or some phlegm will come and you will suffer so much trouble you will have. So in Rajoguna, whatever the activity you do, it will tempt you so much, but at the end, it will create a problems for you. In Tamoguna, while doing that activity also poisonous, I mean, it is very difficult, and end also will be very difficult, like drinking alcohol or smoking cigarette. Even while doing that activity also, the person whoever is drinking alcohol or smoking, taking that fire into the throat or taking the alcohol into the throat, it's not like so easy. It's burning sensation. It will be poisonous. Even once it goes to inside your stomach, it will spoil your liver or your lungs or whatever. It will cause the fire and it will cause so much disturbance in your stomach also. And at the end, you will suffer so many diseases. So, tamoguna activities in the beginning may be difficult, but end result will be good. Rajoguna activities in the beginning, it will be very good, but at the end, it will be poisonous. Like watching some mundane movies or mundane things, or while doing, you will feel happy, like you can waste your time. But after at the end, you'll feel, oh, I wasted my life, whole life just watching these things, did not achieve anything, like that. So the Sattva activities will make you satisfied, make you dutifulness. Okay, I'm doing very nice work. You'll feel happy if you do Sattva activities. In Rajoguna activities, just for fulfilling your desires, you will do sense gratification, eating more or doing more, or you want to satisfy your senses. In Tamoguna, it's completely illusion, laziness, all these things will be there. So in Sattva you will realize the self-realization will be happen. So you will be careful whatever activity you are doing. Oh, if I do this bad activity, that will harm to me in the future. I don't want to do that. You will be aware everything whatever you are doing. In Rajoguna, in between, sometimes you are aware and sometimes you do not aware. In Tamoguna, blindly you will do it. You will not even think what are the consequences that you are doing. So this is which guna is this? Eating too much chocolate. Hare Krishna.
Ignorance.
Amma?
Ignorance, Prabhuji.
Any other guess?
Passion.
Passion. Rajoguna. While eating, it will be nectarian. But after that, you need to suffer consequences. This is passion. And smoking, all these things comes under ignorance. Tamoguna. Goodness, studying or doing all good activities, this comes under goodness. While doing, you will feel little bit discomfort. Everybody is playing outside, but you are studying. But once you study, you will feel happy. Can someone volunteer to read this one?
Don't just think. Go, Madhu.
Don't just think if you are happy. Ask yourself, what is the level of my happiness? Is the happiness that I am experiencing all in all, or is there a better and higher level of happiness?
Yeah. So, if you ask someone, come to attend these Bhagavad Gita classes or Bhakti Vriksha classes, majority of the people will say answer back, why should I do all those things? I'm happy, not required all these things. What is the level of happiness we are in? Even hog, pig also thinks like that, eating stool, oh, I'm happy, I'm happy. Sleeping on a dirty pond, she will feel like that I'm happy, I'm happy. Is that really happiness? So we need to see what is the level of happiness that you are. Some people will not have any discipline in their life. Just they'll do whatever they want. They'll keep everything chaotic and outward they will do. Oh, I'm happy. I'm enjoying. And is that really level of happiness? No. So, which level are you in? Are you feeling happiness in the Tamoguna, doing all bad things, and you are doing I'm happy, and at the end you will need to suffer? Or going crazy in the Rajoguna and at the end again suffer? Or understand things, what is good, what is bad, and have a clarity what you are doing, and be mindful, be contented. Uh, what is the highest happiness you are going to get? You need to see what level of happiness you are in. We should not conclude that, okay, I'm happy, I don't want that one. What level of happiness you have? So the pig example is perfect. We need to go higher level. If you are enjoying in Tamoguna, you need to think, how can I go to Rajoguna? If you are in Rajoguna, how can I go to in Sattva-guna? If you are in Sattva-guna, how can I go to Suddha Sattva-guna? Anyone who is free from all three modes, Krishna is explaining that in this world, there is no being existing here or among the demigods. Even demigods also bond with these gunas. Brahma is bond with Rajoguna, and Shiva is bond with Tamoguna. So like that, even demigods also bonded with these gunas. If everybody is bonded with these three modes, how can we free? How can we get free? Arjuna is asking. Krishna is telling that by worshipping the Supreme Lord, by prescribed activities as per the acquired nature. So whatever the level you are in, if you worship Supreme Lord, then we can slowly free from these three modes. So then Arjuna is understood, realized, I don't have to give up my nature of fighter. He started the first chapter, I don't want to fight. I want to give up fighting. But after hearing all Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is convinced. Whatever the activity that you are doing, you do it. Krishna is not telling that you need to renounce, but don't attach to the results. So then now Arjuna realized, as a fighter, can I go ahead and do fighting? Yeah, Krishna is confirming, yes, you have to do fight. So in the 18th chapter, sloka number 1 to 12, it is summarizing the karma. First section we learned what is the tyaga and what is nitya karma and kamya karma. And then from 13 to 40, it is giving the knowledge. So we learned how any activity will be performed, like which guna will influence us. What is the starting of if what is the beginning Sattva-guna person will feel, at the end what kind of activity he will feel. So we learned from 13 to 40 the jnana, the jnana yoga we learned, and in between from now onwards 40 to 78 we are going to learn bhakti yoga. 7 to 12th chapter is talking about bhakti yoga. So Krishna summarized all the Bhagavad Gita again in the 18th chapter. Okay, so now Krishna is taking the path of bhakti. How to is summarizing this bhakti yoga from now onwards. This is very, very important. Attentively listen. Brahmana kshatriya visham
Brahmana Kshatriya Visam
Shudranam cha parantapa
Shudranam Cha Parantapa
Karmani pravibhaktani
Karmani Pravibhaktani
Swabhavaha prabhavairgunaiha.
Swabhava Prabhavair Guneha.
Can someone read the translation?
Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaisyas, and Sudras are distinguished by the qualities born of their own natures in accordance with the material modes. O chastiser of the enemy.
So these are all Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, distinguished by the qualities. So qualities and nature. You are performing Brahmana qualities, then you are a Brahmana. It's not with your janma. Another place Krishna told that Chaturvarnam maya srishtam guna karma vivagashaha. This Brahmana means who is in a mode of goodness completely. So here, how can we divide, how can we guess a person which category he belongs to? The Brahmana, the primary guna will be Sattva guna. Kshatriya, primary guna will be Rajo guna and secondary guna will be Sattva guna. Vaishya, primary guna will be Rajo guna and secondary guna will be Tamo guna. Sudra, primary guna will be Tamo guna and the secondary guna is Rajo guna. So we cannot distinguish a person by birth. Suppose you taken a birth in a Brahmana family, but you are not be in the Sattva guna. You are not performing any activities prescribed by Sattva guna. The Sattva guna quality, the Brahmana has to perform Yajna, Patana Patana, Dana Pratigraha. These 4 activities he has to do. 6 activities. Yajna. He has to perform yajnas and he has to teach others to how to perform yajnas. In Kali Yuga, we may not perform the fire yajna. How to perform Sankirtana yajna, how to perform chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You need to do and you need to teach others. Patana Patana. You need to read the scriptures and you need to explain the scriptures to others. Dana Pratigraha. You need to accept the donations, and if it is excessive amount, again you need to give it charity to someone else. You should not become a greedy person. And if you have all these 6 qualities, then you are a Brahmana. Kshatriya. Kshatriya means who is the protector. Kshat means wound. Triya means who is protector of the wounds. So the soldiers who is in the border, they are all called Kshatriyas. They are protecting us from the enemies. So if you are fighting over the enemy and protecting the prajas, then you are called Kshatriyas. And Vaishyas. Vaishyas means Krushi, Goraksha, Vanijyam. You need to do, whoever is doing cultivation and who is doing Goraksha, who is doing cow protection. Vanijya means business. And Sudra means whoever is supporting above those 3 categories, they're called Sudras. So if I supposed to be I supposed to be claimed as a Brahmana, I need to be Sattva-guna. I should not be influenced with any Rajoguna or Tamoguna. Kshatriya means I need to be Rajoguna, protecting the people completely. Vaishya means you need to do that. Not by birth. If you are not doing the relevant activities as per the Varna, then you are not belong to that Varna. Even though you take birth in that particular Brahmana family, you are not performing any activities, then you consider to be Sudra. And why these categories are created? Why means to elevate ourselves for our spiritual upliftment. These Varnas are created. If somebody is Rajoguna or Tamoguna, they should not feel bad. And how can I go up next level? Complete Sattva-guna. So it is a level. How can I improve myself? So this is a quality. How can I develop? Everybody has a chance. Last week we learned, right? Everybody has a chance. They can go to whatever the level they want. Unfortunately, the current caste system in India was not as per the scriptures. So it completely misinterpreted, and for some political reasons or some whatever the reasons, it misinterpreted, and it's going in a wrong direction. That is not the correct way of dividing varnas. All these four categories, as per the Vedic scripture, Daivi Varnashrama Dharma, all four categories are working for the satisfaction of Krishna. Even though you are Sudra, you use your hard labor for the satisfaction of Krishna. So if you go to Mayapur, you will see Autowala is also Hare Krishna devotee. He'll also serve the devotees and all the stuff. But as per his nature, as per his qualities, he can only do hard job. So he will do auto rickshaw. So that doesn't mean like he's not a devotee. Everybody is a devotee who is practicing Krishna consciousness. So our Varnashrama Dharma is Daivi Varnashrama Dharma. Everybody is as per their qualities, as per their capacity, they has to serve Krishna and progress to the next level. That is the aim of the Varnashrama Dharma, not to discriminate or not to dominate each other or not to mistreat one Varna to other Varna. No, not like that. So we need to be careful. Swasve karmanya habirattaha. So by following these qualities of work, everyone can become perfect. So whoever is following his qualities of work, you don't need to feel I do not have that much capacity, I'm doing only this much. No need to worry. You do keep doing, slowly, you will become perfect. Supreme Lord is the source of all and everywhere. Worship him through one's work and his results. So wherever, whatever you are doing, just offer the results to the Supreme Lord. Since Brahmanas are in goodness, it's not good to become like them. It's better to engage one's own occupation, even though one may perform it imperfectly, than to accept another's occupation and perform it perfectly. So, as per your quality, you are fit to certain area. You do that one. Instead of that, don't try to imitate. Oh, I want to imitate my manager, or I want to imitate Brahmana, I want to imitate that. No, not required. Wherever you are, do that activity nicely. So every endeavor is covered by some fault, just as fire is covered by smoke. So if you don't try to imitate technically, be yourself. For what? For that, know yourself. Let us not try to be someone else. Even a person has been made unique by Krishna. Let us appreciate and embrace that uniqueness. We are all unique persons. We have different qualities. The another problem in the current society is comparison. I want to be like that person, or I want to be just compare others and feel bad with themselves and try to compete themselves. That is not good. You be whatever you are. We cannot compare apple and oranges. Orange will have orange qualities, apple will have apple qualities. We should not, apple never feel like that, oh, I am not like orange. So similarly, you have your own wonderful qualities. Just keep doing that one. Don't imitate or don't try to get into a different quality. Here it is telling that Nishkama Karma Yoga. From Nishkama Karma Yoga, you will get Brahman realization, and from Brahman realization, you will get pure bhakti. With the pure bhakti, you will get Krishna. This is level of transmigration. Nishkama Karma Yoga means do not expect any results. Karma means activity. Nishkama means no kama. No kama means no desire. Just you work as a duty and don't attach to the results. If you are doing like that, you will slowly realize I'm a Brahman, I means I'm a Atma, I'm a spirit soul, and then with that you will perform pure bhakti and then you will go back to Godhead Krishna. So how to achieve that? Bhaktya mam abhijanati
Pratyamam abhijanati
yavan yaschasmi tatvatah
Yavan
yavan
yaschasmi
yaschasmi
tatvatah
tatvatah
tato mam tatvato gnatva
tato mam
tato
tatvato
mam tatpato jnatva
vishate tat anantaram.
visate tat
shate tat
anantaram.
anantaram.
Anyone volunteer translation?
One can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of me, by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God.
Jai. So one can understand me. How? By only devotional service. Not with your degrees, or not with your money, or not with your intelligence. We can understand only Krishna through bhakti, not by any other means. Bhaktyamam abhijanati. Bhaktya means bhakti, mam means me, abhijanati means you can know me by only bhakti. So if you want to understand Krishna, we need to perform bhakti. So initially, if you read Bhagavad Gita, you may not understand very well, or you may not have much deep insights of it, what Krishna is talking. But if you perform some bhakti, like chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, 1 mala or 2 mala or 4 malas or whatever level, the more you chant, the more you advance in your devotional service, the same Bhagavad Gita, if you come back and read, you will read more deeper insights. So all these things can be understood only by bhakti. So we need to be, what level we are in means what I am understanding means the level we are, how much surrender, how much devotional service you are doing, the level Krishna will open the Bhagavad Gita about himself. So we need to perform more bhakti to understand more about him. Okay. Please explain me devotional work again. How to do, benefits of doing, dangers of not doing, guidance by super soul. So Arjuna is asking, can you please explain me once again what devotional work I need to do? This is a wonderful sloka. Manmana madbhava bhakto madhyajimam namaskuru
Madhyajimam namaskuru.
mam evaishyasi satyam te
Mam evaishyasi satyante.
satyante
pratijane priyosi me.
Pratijane priyosi me.
priyosime
Manmana bhava matbhakto. Manmana means man means mind. Manmana bhava means think of me, always think of me. Madbhakto, worship me, become my devotee. Madhyaji, with that worship me. Namaskuru, offer obeisances to me. Mame veshyati satyam se te pratijane priyosime. So if you do that, you will become very dear to me and you will come back to me. So he's telling that these 64 to 66 are very wonderful slokas. You can all by heart this one. Because you are my dear friend, I am speaking to you my supreme instruction. So this is instruction for Arjuna, for us also. You need to, if you want to perform devotional service means, you need to engage completely in Krishna consciousness. Think of me. That's why Srila Prabhupada gave a nice name for our bhakti movement. He can say Krishna Bhakti or Krishna Society or something. But he mentioned clearly Krishna Consciousness, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON. Krishna Bhavanamrita Sangha in Hindi. So in Telugu, Krishna Chaitanya Sangam. So why Prabhupada mentioned Bhakti means we need to always think of Krishna. How can I serve him and what can I do for him? What leelas he performed and how our consciousness, our thought process should be changed with the Krishna-centric life. That is the bhakti. Not a artificial, superficial bhakti. Usually, sometimes people will do some rituals, some pujas or some vratas at home. But they don't put any of their consciousness into that. The pujari or priest will come and he will say, okay, put this one here, put that one here. And in between he will talk, hey, where are you? Do this one, do that one. Oh, some friends came. Can you serve some prasadam for him? Can you serve some breakfast for him? Something like that. He will not even he will not even focus what he's doing. He doesn't have any consciousness. Just he will do for the namesake. If you do that kind of namesake, maybe you will get very little benefit, but that is not pure bhakti. So we should always think of Krishna. That's why bhakti starts with Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. We need to hear Sravanam, Kirtanam. We need to chant Vishnu Smaranam. Always think of Vishnu. Then after that, all other will come. Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam, all those other 6 will come. First 3 fundamentals need to be practiced. Worship me, become my devotee. Become my devotee means follow whatever he says in the Bhagavad Gita. Not pseudo devotee or not a fake devotee. Sometimes by wearing dhoti or by putting tilak, we cannot become a devotee. So we need to take Bhagavad Gita into the heart and we need to practice it. Then we will become a devotee. Yeah. And then conclusion 66. Sarvadharman parityaja.
Sarvadharman parityaja.
Mamekam saranam vraja.
Mamekam sharanam vraja.
He is telling that Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam saranam vraja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayasami masuchaha. So give up all kinds of dharmas. He told so many dharmas in the whole Bhagavad Gita. Till now, whatever you heard, you don't worry. You don't need to follow anything. Sarvadharman parityaja. Give up everything. Mamekam saranam vraja. Surrender unto me. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo. I will remove all the papas, all the sinful activities. Mokshayasami. I will give moksha. I will release you. I will give the liberation also. Masuchaha. Don't fear. This word is very important. Masuchaha. I will free from you all sinful activities. And I will give liberation also. Don't fear. Bhagavad Gita is so wonderful. Any other scripture, you read any other scripture, even our Hindu scriptures or other religion scriptures, nowhere this many assurances you will see. Krishna clearly told that I am the Supreme Lord. You surrender unto me. I will remove all sinful activities. I will give the liberation. Don't fear. He's giving clearly. But we need to understand and we need to follow it. So many assurances. Bhagavad Gita is full of promises. Just we need to follow it. What are the benefits of studying and teaching Gita? Krishna told, Priyakruttamaha, whoever is passing this message, whoever is broadcasting my message, they are very, very dear to me. Priyakruttamaha. Among all the devotees, whoever is preaching my message, they are very dear to me. So today is 18th chapter. So many, of course, each chapter is delivered by different devotees. And they are all very dear to Krishna. By teaching, you will become very dear to Krishna, and you are the most dearest person. And whoever is preached, Krishna told that they will come back to me. My abode is guaranteed. And pure bhakti, they will get pure bhakti. Why? Because if you want to teach something or if you want to preach something, first you should be convinced yourself. Otherwise, you cannot deliver that sentences. So the minute you convince it, you will get pure bhakti. So teaching of Bhagavad Gita is very, very important, and it will give a lot of highest benefits. That's why in ISKCON, even though there are so many risks or so many difficulties, they will keep on traveling and preaching and preaching and preaching. So, because by preaching, we will become more dear to Krishna and we can go back to Godhead. By studying, you will understand Jnana Yajna. By hearing, you will free from all the sins and you will go to auspicious planets. So you all heard this Bhagavad Gita. So if you practice this one, you will be free from sins and you will go to higher planets, auspicious planets. So anything, whatever you do with Bhagavad Gita, it has highest benefits. Okay, have you heard this with an attentive mind? And if you attend, whoever is hear this with attentive mind, the ignorance and illusion will be dispelled. That means our ignorance and our illusion will go away. So Arjuna was in the ignorance and illusion. After hearing this one, now all his ignorance is gone and he is getting ready for the fighting. So he has free from doubt and prepared according to your instructions. So now Arjuna surrendered to Krishna and is asking, whatever you do, I will do. Whatever you say, I will do. Some people may have a question, how Sanjaya is explaining all these things to Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra is sitting in the palace of Hastinapura, and this war is happening in Kurukshetra. How Sanjaya was able to tell? Sanjaya is a disciple of Vyasa Maharshi. Vyasa Maharshi gave some Divya Drushti, some special power. With that, Sanjaya can see far distance activities also. So with that Divya Drushti, he was able to see Kurukshetra war and explaining everything to the Dhritarashtra. So, and Sanjaya is glorifying how the Bhagavad Gita and how this conversation. Adbhutam Roma Harshanam Vyasa Prasadat Samsmritaya Rishyami Rupam Atyadbhutam Harihi Vishmayo Punah Punah. He is telling that Vyasa Prasadat, by the gift of Vyasa, by the benediction of Vyasa, I was able to tell. This is Roma Harshan. And by seeing, by hearing, I'm getting goosebumps. Atyadbhutam. He was glorifying the conversation, whole conversation. Conclusion is Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishna
Yatra
Yatra
Yogeshwara Krishno,
Yatra Partho Dhanudharaha
Yatra
Yatra
Partho Dhanurdhara,
Tatra Sri Vijayor Bhutir
Tatra
Tatra
Sir Vijayo Bhutir,
Dhruva Nitirmatirmama.
Dhruva Nitir Mama.
Yeah, can someone read the translation?
Wherever there is a Krishna, the master of all mystic, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will be also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. This is my opinion. That is my opinion.
Yeah. Sanjaya, conclusion here. The first sloka started with the Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre. Dhritarashtra asked in the Dharma Kshetra. Kurukshetra is the holy place, Dharma Kshetra. Who is going to win? Sanjay is answering at the end. Wherever Krishna and wherever Arjuna are there certainly opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality will be there. That is my opinion. So Sanjay is concluding that Pandavas are going to win. So even if Bhagavad Gita comes to our life, all these things will come. Opulence, victory, extraordinary power, morality, all these things will come. Because wherever Krishna, wherever Arjuna, these things will be there. Some people, some atheistic people or some anti-Sanatana Dharma people, they will mispropagate about Bhagavad Gita and Krishna and Arjuna. Some people say that, oh, Bhagavad Gita should not be there at home, or Krishna and Arjuna photo should not be there at home. That is wrong, wrong, wrong. Here Krishna and Sanjay as himself is telling that wherever Krishna and Arjuna is there will be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. So this is the conclusion of 18th chapter. Know the purpose well. What is the purpose of this life? Know yourself. Who you are, what is your goal, where do you want to go, what is your goal of life. Stuck here and take birth again and again and suffer, or you want to surrender to Krishna, follow Bhagavad Gita and go back to God. God doesn't force us. Krishna did not force Arjuna. Krishna is just giving the knowledge. The decision making is Arjuna's. By hearing all these things, Arjuna surrendered. Similarly, Krishna is not forcing us. You have to surrender me, you have to surrender me. But he's explaining the consequences. If you go to this way, this is a problem. If you go to this way, this problem. It's our free will. So whatever you want, you can do that. But the message Krishna is giving, if you follow, you'll go back to Godhead. But if you're in mode of ignorance and passion, you'll stuck here, suffer again and again, take birth again and again. Yeah. So share to learn. Whatever you are learn, share with others so that you will be very dear to Krishna. Gratitude to happiness. So you need to be so much gratitude for Krishna and the teacher because they are taking efforts and they are our well-wishers. So here, how the renunciation will be in 3 modes, 5 factors of action, 3 modes again explained. Work as per your nature, don't try to imitate. Nishkama Karma Yoga will lead you to the pure bhakti and glories of Bhagavad Gita. So these are all the topics that we covered in this chapter. Any questions, comments?